Hey, what's up? I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Kind of forgot about a couple things. Tales of Zestiria is coming out at the end of next month. I have to admit, I have kind of a Samurai Warriors 4-2-esque attitude towards that game. I'm not really sure if I'm going to care enough. It looks pretty dumbed down compared to a lot of their more recent Tales games. Vesperia had some really advanced stuff. Hearts R, Innocence R had a pretty high skill ceiling. If you actually try to do stylish stuff in those games, there was a lot of potential there. It seems like in Zestiria, from what little we know so far, there's not really going to be a whole lot of that. I don't think there are aerial combos or even aerial enabled moves in the game at all from what we've seen. It's mainly due to they're kind of half reusing the Grace's battle system, which, as you may remember, you were glued to the ground in that game, unless you had a move that took you up into the air. But in terms of like actually, using a move like Ho Tenku or Rising Phoenix, whatever you want to call it, and starting a combo like that or using it to run away, it doesn't seem like it's going to have anything like that. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be a super in-depth game, but Swillow and I are probably going to split on it. I'm not really expecting too much at this point. It looks okay, I guess. It's funny, the Tales series has benefited a lot more from outsourcing than a lot of other long-time series that have been outsourced have. Obviously there's been recent stuff like, Devil May Cry being outsourced, stuff like that that's been very controversial and it ended up being half true. I didn't think DMC was as bad as people made it out to be. It definitely didn't live up to the other ones, but on the PC version with the mods, it was tolerable. But Zestiria, I don't know, it's just the Tales games, the people that they outsource them to do a better job than the actual main staff. Like Tales of Hearts R and Innocence R, if you didn't know, if you're unaware, those games are outsourced to Seven Chord. Seven Chord is like, I guess what you could call a AA developer. They make games that aren't, they don't have huge, ginormous budgets, but they make pretty good games for the little limited budget they have. Obviously, Tales of Innocence and Hearts R had really small budgets for portable games, at least Tales games. Tales games have always had modest budgets. It's pretty much the only reason why Tales is still around. Zestiria is actually the 20th anniversary game. The only reason it's been around that long is because they know how to make the games on a budget. They're not like Square and stuff like Final Fantasy 15, where they've been working on it for like 8 years now, and the game's probably gonna have to sell like 4 million copies to make a profit or even break even. I'm not sure what to expect from it. I'm not promising it's going to be a long series like some of the other Tales games I've done in the past, like Grace's, Vesperia, Hearts R. Obviously, I'm still working on finishing the playthrough and the guides for that. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I also got, as you can see on the right side of the video, I went to GameStop today for their pre-owned sale. They actually had a copy of Killer is Dead for $10. Normally, now that people have donated a video card to me, and I have a pretty decent computer, I can run most games at 60 FPS unless they're terribly optimized or I try to like jack up the settings or something. But I kind of just figured apparently the PC version of Killer is Dead is hard-coded to run at 30 FPS, and you can go into the I guess you can go into like the INI files and you can change it to run at 60 FPS, but the problem is that certain QTEs are like impossible to do when you do that. And I also realized I probably wouldn't be able to record it at 60 FPS anyway, so I went ahead and got the PC version. I'm not really expecting too much out of it. I only paid $10 for it, so it's not going to be a Samurai Warriors 4 or Senran Kagura issue where I dropped like $40-60 on those games and I hated them. Just kind of wanted to check it out. As you may know, I played pretty much every last-gen character action game in some capacity. I didn't finish them all, but most of them I played. The majority of them I finished, but they're kind of out of games to play, so we'll see what happens. I know it's got a pretty robust amount of like combat challenge arenas, so I'll probably record those. It's just keep in mind it'll be 30 FPS. Like I said, for some reason when they put this out on PC, I guess the game's just hard-coded to run like that. which is kind of odd since the DMC reboot. You may remember that game. One of the biggest controversies surrounding it was that it ran at 30 FPS when every other game in the series, even DMC2, ran at 60. And the PC version didn't have that problem. You know, if you have a 128Z monitor, you can run that game at 120 frames per second if you want to. So we'll see what happens. That's going to be sometime this month. I'll be playing Killer is Dead on this channel. Tales of Heartsar, I have all the stuff recorded but the last boss. Once again, let me know if you guys actually give a shit. If you guys don't care, I notice the views are pretty much gone down the toilet, so if people care, I will upload the rest. Otherwise, I'll just go straight into guides. I think I can record using OBS and have the computer not turn off, so if you guys want guides, let me know. Tales of Zestiria comes out on the 22nd, so provided that Squillo and I actually maintain at least some interest in it. Right now I have like very subdued interest. I'm not really sure if the game's going to live up to anything. I think as a 20th anniversary game, they should be incorporating things from their past games, but they seem to be content with just kind of they have that fusion system, which seems pretty gimmicky. It doesn't really seem like it would add a whole lot of depth to the game, and they pretty much just lifted the Graces battle system and added a couple tweaks, so I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with it. But yeah, there's your little forecast. I have a Devil's Dare video coming out today, 20XX stuff tomorrow, and I'll probably dump a couple Guilty Gear matches if I can get some time to play with Squillo. My power was out the other day, so I haven't been able to play much, but yeah, there you go. If you guys want to help with releases, my link's going to be in the description. Fan funding, please don't use fan funding for the time being. I need to work out some kinks with that, so I'll put my link in the description. But yeah, there you go. I got some Steam sale stuff too, so lots of new stuff. Just kind of bear with me. I know it's kind of a dry period right now. There's not really a whole lot that I can do about that. It's just nothing really interesting coming out. There's a big half-grounded rumor that Devil May Cry 5 is going to be announced next week at Jump Festa. It's like a 50-50 between that and Dragon's Dogma 2 or Dragon's Dogma Online or something like that. If there's a release for that, if they actually announce it, I'll make a video. But yeah, it's kind of just a dry period right now, so bear with me. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Peace.